Hello everyone! Today I will show you how to play a beautiful soundtrack from the movie Amélie. The piece is called Comptine de notre thème. First I will show you how it will sound with both hands, and then I will teach you to play it very slowly with your left hand, with your right hand, and with both hands together. Alright, so how this will sound? Alright, so let me show you first the left hand, which is a bit more difficult in that composition, and then we will add the right hand, and I'm sure very quickly you will learn how to play it. The left hand is in fact just 4 measures that are repeated all the time. The first measure is like that, the 5th on E and the 1st on E. So the chord to E's, then we've got the 2nd on B, and you keep the 5th finger during this time. So you play like that, and then the chord, the 3rd on G, and the 1st on E again. So we have the chord like that, and the 2nd on B once again, and that figure is repeated twice. Alright, so the first measure looks like that. Then the second measure is the chord on D, D and D, and the 2nd on B again. The chord G and D, like that, and the 2nd on B, and as before you need to keep the 3rd finger longer, and also the 5th before. So you play like that, the 2nd measure. And we repeat it. Alright, so we've got 2 measures. Now the 3rd one is the 5th on D and the 1st on D, so the chord like before. The 2nd on B, only this chord will be different, so you play the 3rd on F sharp, right here, and the 1st on a D. the second on a B. And we repeat that figure. And then again, the fourth measure is and the octave D and D. The second on A. Then the chord F sharp and D. And we repeat it. And in fact, that's the total piece of the left hand, only it's repeated many times. So let me play it very slowly, just the right hand. Longer the fifth finger and the third in every measure. Yeah, you keep it longer here, and then you keep the third finger also a bit longer. Okay, so with that, you know already the left hand. Only it requires practice. All right. Again, and then we will add the right hand. And you need to play it in a good rhythm. All the notes are of equal length. Alright? So now we add the right hand. Let me show you the right hand separately. The right hand is easy. You start on G with the third finger, the second on F sharp, the first on G, so you need to do like that, then the second on B, the third on C, and the second on B again. So that was like that. Let me repeat. Okay. The next figure is the second on F sharp, the third on G, again the second, and the third on G, the fourth on A, and the third on G. So this second figure was like that. Then we have the second on F sharp, the first on E, the second on F sharp, the fourth on a B here, and the fifth on a C, and the fourth on a B, and then the second on F sharp, the first on E, and the second on F sharp. Alright, so this line looks like that. Let me play it in the right tempo. Okay, and now we will play it with the left hand. The right hand starts all in this line, in these four measures. The right hand starts always with the second note played by the left hand. So we've got first left hand like that. The second measure starts only with the left hand. The third measure. Let's play that once again, very slowly. Remember to keep the fifth finger and the third finger longer in this, all the time in this composition. So we have this part already learned. Now let me show you the right hand later on. It's quite easy here. So it goes like the third on E and the first on B. Next the second on D and first on B again. Then the fourth on F sharp. Here it's a black key. And the first on B. Again the fourth on F sharp and the first on A. Then maybe we will play that together, okay? Because the right hand itself is easy, so it's like that. With the left hand it's not that easy. And now both hands start together. Easy. So both hands start together and then the next note of the right hand is together with the fourth note of the left hand. Let me play that once again. So you play it and keep quite long. We have some chords in the right hand. It's like that. So the second on B and the fifth on G. The chord like that. And the first on G and the fourth on E. So this one. So you play the chord like that. Then the same chord B and G. But the second chord is played like that. So the first on G and the third on D. Then we have the second on B and the fifth here on F sharp. So we play the chord like that. So it's better to move your hand a bit towards the middle, the center of the keyboard. And then we have the second chord F sharp and D. And the last measure of this part is second on A and the fifth on F sharp and the first on F sharp and the fourth on D. Alright, so we have the chords like that. I repeat at this moment. Next chord is B and G and G and D. B and F sharp, F sharp and D, A and F sharp, F sharp and D. Okay, it's quite important to play the chords in the same time, not to make it a bit not on time. It's just played together by both fingers, alright? But let me show that with both hands. Once again, the chorus. Okay, and now the right hand gets faster, but it's not difficult. We play like that. We repeat these three notes 4 times. So you play B, E, and B 4 times. Now we play B, E, C, E. All in the same tempo. So you play 1, 2, 3, 4, and B, E, C, E. Then we change notes. So before you played these notes, now you play these notes. So B with the first, D with the second, and B again. You also need to repeat that 4 times, and then we play B, D, A, and D, and the same figure repeated 4 times. So these 3 notes are repeated 4 times. So we play F sharp, B, and F sharp, and we repeat that 4 times. Sharp, B, G, and B, and the last measure we play these 3 notes, which means A, D, and A, repeated also 4 times, and then we play A, D, G, and D. Alright, I know it's not easy, but let's play together with both hands, but very, very slowly. What is important is that the notes of the right hand are faster, so you play 2 notes of the right hand for every note of the left hand. Alright, so we play 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2. We need to repeat these 2 lines. For the first time we play like that, and we repeat it, right? So we repeat it once again. second time, the ending is a little bit different. First we play 4 times these notes, 4 times, and for the first time you played these notes and you made a repetition, but now you played it 4 times and then you played the 5th time, and then it's the end of this part, alright? So let me play that again, I mean these 2 last lines for the first time and for the second line. For the first time with repetition and then the second time with the ending. A bit more in tempo. You do not play these 4 notes, but you just play these 3 notes, and we move on to the second part, which is exactly the same as the first one, only the right hand plays in the other octave, in the upper octave. Before you started, the part of the right hand started on G in the middle. Now we start on the note G, but in the upper octave. So we play everything as before, only we move our hand by 1 octave up, alright? So before we played, and now we play here. We play everything as at the beginning, but in this octave which is higher than the middle octave, alright? So let me play this second part. The left hand stays as before. I will play that very slowly. So I showed you the complete version of this composition, but that's not the end. I would like to repeat it with you very slowly from the beginning, so that you could feel how it should be played, and you repeat it with me once again. what is important is that the left hand needs to be played technically correct, which means in the right tempo, without tension in your hand. So just practice that. And what helps me to play it in the right rhythm is that I give some stress on every second note that I play. Let me show you. So the left hand should be played like that the first note is played stronger and the next one. So here and here and here and here we give a bit more of strength, just to give some tempo to this and to play it in the right tempo. Let me play that once again from the beginning. So the first line is just the left hand, and the right hand starts later on. From the beginning, only the right hand plays one octave up. Alright, so I hope you learned it by now and that you enjoyed it as much as I did. Thank you very much.